Title: If only they knew who he was and his mission. In the heart of Anambra, in a village called Umuagu, there lived an old hunter named Nkemdelim. Known for his wisdom and courage, Nkemdelim was revered among his people. By his side was his most loyal companion, a fearsome and intelligent hound named Ogbuagu. The dog had been with him for years, through thick and thin, through the deep forest and the darkest nights. To the villagers, Ogbuagu was more than just a hunting dog. He was a guardian, a protector, and a symbol of Nkemdelim's strength. One night, as the harmattan wind howled through the village, a group of masked men entered Nkemdelim's compound. These men were not ordinary thieves, they were assassins sent by Obidike, a corrupt land baron who wanted Nkemdelim dead. The old hunter had refused to sell his ancestral land, and for that, Obidike deemed him a threat. Ogbuagu, sensing danger, sprang into action. He lunged at the intruders with all his might, his teeth tearing through flesh, his growls echoing like thunder. But there were too many of them. A machete struck his side, another blow came down on his head, and as he collapsed, he saw his master fall. The last thing he heard before darkness claimed him was Nkemdelim's agonized cry. The rebirth. Ogbuagu awoke, not as a dog, but as a man. He was lying on a dirt road near the banks of the river Niger, his body foreign yet familiar. His senses were sharp, he could hear the rustling of palm fronds from miles away and smell the distant aroma of roasted yam. He was no longer a beast, but the memories of his past life remained vivid. He clenched his fist, feeling the weight of his newfound humanity. He wandered into the nearest village, confused yet determined. A kind-hearted widow named Mama Ejima found him and took him in. She named him Obiora, meaning heart of the people. In the months that followed, he grew into his new identity, but his purpose never wavered. He remembered his master's murder, and he thirsted for justice. The hunt begins. Obiora discovered that Obidike had grown even more powerful, using intimidation to seize lands and silence opposition. The villagers lived in fear, whispering about the terrible fate that had befallen Nkemdelim. One evening, Obiora walked into a local bar where Obidike's men gathered. He recognized their scent, his nose, though human, had not forgotten. He moved like a shadow, listening to their conversations, noting their weaknesses. Then he saw him, Obidike, now fatter and more arrogant, laughing over a calabash of palm wine. Obiora's blood boiled, but he restrained himself. There was a time for vengeance, and he would strike when they least expected. The wrath of Ogbuagu. Days later, Obiora began his assault. He picked off Obidike's men one by one, using tactics only a hunter would understand. He would lure them into the forest at night, setting traps that mimicked those Nkemdelim had once used. One was found with his throat torn open, another with broken limbs, their deaths mirroring the way they had hurt Ogbuagu and his master. The villagers spoke of an avenging spirit, a force that moved unseen, punishing the wicked. Fear spread like wildfire. Obidike, now paranoid, increased his security, hiring armed guards. But it was futile. The beast had returned, and nothing could stop him. One fateful night, Obiora confronted Obidike in his mansion. The man trembled at the sight of him, sensing something otherworldly. "Who are you?" Obidike stammered. Obiora stepped forward, his eyes glinting like a predator's. "I am the hound you killed. I am the nightmare you cannot escape." Obidike tried to run, but Obiora was faster. With a strength beyond human, he ended the tyrant's reign in the same brutal fashion Nkemdelim had been taken. As the lifeless body of Obidike slumped to the ground, the village awoke to a new dawn, free from his tyranny. Epilogue. With his mission complete, Obiora disappeared into the night. Some say he walked into the forest and became one with the spirits. Others believe he still roams the land, a silent guardian watching over Umuagu. But one thing remains certain: justice had been served, and the Hound of Anambra had reclaimed his master's honor. I hope you enjoyed the story. Do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Also click on the notification button so that you can receive more stories like this.